So, good evening, everyone. How's this okay speaking to us? I know some of you are already maybe gone to bed, and I was not able to schedule this. I hope if some of you can come online, that would be nice. So, and on the other hand, it is also good because I learned that some of you, those in the diaspora, that tomorrow is what you call the bank holiday. The British people are so smart, they never take holidays um, in between the weeks. They always take holidays during the evening, during either Monday or if anything happens, they move it to Friday. Like in this case, they moved it to Friday. So I know some of you, even those of you who are working, um, you might be home tomorrow. So that's why I decided tomorrow is like your Friday. No, it's like your Saturday. So I wanted to normally I've been scheduled to do this live broadcast, to have one-on-one with us normally on Friday. But since I've started this series on COVID, where we invite people to talk about COVID and the opportunities it offers us, um, and that happens on Fridays 7 o'clock live on this channel using Zoom. Last week was a conversation with Professor Soludo and others. 2 weeks ago was Osita Chibdoka and House of Rep Azubog. Tomorrow will be FKK Boala, Professor of Immunology, and tomorrow because we are looking at solutions. Good news, Professor Maurice Iwu be joining me tomorrow. So tomorrow is going to be loaded. More or less, well, not canceling, but more or less. So guys, let's click on tomorrow. So as usual, because it's a family thing, um, we rapport very well. So let me do the usual. I know so many of you watching now. Ooh, thank you. Many of you just, logged in even when I, didn't announce that I was coming online and all the rest. Well, I'm blessed. Thank you. I have Matthias Okoye. Weekends. Yes, Matthias, weekend will be fine. I prefer to do this on Friday because I know everyone is relaxed. But until I move this COVID series to maybe a Saturday or any other day, that has a permanent time. Until I do that, unless maybe on Saturdays, maybe Saturday during the day. I don't know how Saturday during the day works for everyone. So one thing I want to talk about today is nothing else but this issue with Almajiris. We have seen a lot of Almajiris being, you know, coming down south. Some of them in Lagos, some of them in Abia states, some of them in Rivers, some of them in Edo, and and majority of them come from the south, northwest. And incidentally, northwest are those people in power. Buhari is from northwest, Castina State. You know, so the whole thing is honestly, looking at it, one would it bothers me. You know why it bothers me is because if they devise another means of movement, then we are in a big trouble. Big trouble. Big trouble. Big trouble. it's where we have to, if there are times that Akonuche is needed, it is now. Why I said this is because if Akonuche is needed, it's going to be now because it's very simple. According to the Constitution, oh, what's happened this evening? According to the Constitution that governs you and I, within the entity called Nigeria, there is a Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended in the 1999 Constitution. As bad as it is, it remains the Constitution of the Federal Republic until otherwise, until we no longer have that entity, which probably will help all of us, honestly. Um, oh, I have Udo Justice. Udo Justice. Justice, I haven't. That's. Are you new, Justice? Are you new here? Because I haven't come across that name. Not to say that I know everyone, but at least I try as much as possible to get to know everyone. I know Frank Donald and Chioma Mwabara, Matthias Okoye. Thank you all for watching me. It would be nice to give the video a thumbs up and tell me where you're watching from. At least I know that Chioma is watching from the USA. I don't know where Matthias is watching, but I guess Matthias is also watching from the USA. So the whole point here is that these people are coming down south. Question then is, what can we do? Is there anything we can do, or is it something that is beyond and above you and I to do anything? Because it is, I must confess, um, it is really distressing because when you see them, how and in the number they move, you kind of tell yourself, you know, there is something not right here. Okay, I don't know if some of you have seen it, the interception that happened in in Abia State. I don't know if you've seen it. I can share that with us if you haven't. You know, if you haven't seen it, I can share that with us here. Let me see if I can bring that in here. So that was, I believe that was. Someone is watching me from home. That's. What is happening? Okay, so this is it once more. So these are people, you can imagine, this is normally that truck or trailer, as they call them, the trailer you see there is actually normally comes from, you can see cows there. But it appears the number of humans in that truck is greater than the number of cows in there. And that is unbelievable sin. Okay, and these people were intercepted. Now, do they have the right to move? The only legal reason why we probably couldn't stop them is that movement of goods and services, except essentials, is prohibited. And this is the Enugu Port Harcourt Expressway, the Abia State section. You can imagine they've gone from what's it called? They come from I think it's Castina majorly, and they've if you know that route very well, they've gone past or Uborafo, gone past Otubo undetected. They've gone past Okigwe undetected, even gone past Enugu, to the point, because I think maybe their end position would have been maybe Aba or Umahe. And They would offload themselves. Now, the danger of this is they are coming from a place where the epic center of the whole COVID thing. We have seen what is happening in Kano, the pandemic in Kano. Suddenly, that amount of people are just trooping out down south. It is something to worry you and I, and it worries me. Honestly speaking, it worries me. It worries me real hard because when I look at that and I'm talking to myself, "Hmm, Wahala day here, oh," as they say in Nigeria. They say Wahala day, oh. And so me they talk today I might interject with pigeon, Wahala, so that the point will be driven home. Okay, from Dubai. What I'm saying or asking is it a must to eat cow? See, the thing is, it's not a must, my dear. It's not a must to eat cow, but our our love for beef, which is actually not healthy for us, is the cause of the whole thing. You know, we have other means of getting protein. We have chicken, we have goats, but in a view to make money, many times we no longer engage in agriculture. Apart from people who are currently just trying to go into food crops, but animal husbandry is something that Efibo is almost no longer in existence. So the whole point here is that is video number one. Now you can watch this as well. You understand maybe better what
Hello?
I'm saying.
Huh?
Now let's watch this.
Ah.
This is also in the same place. You can see men being stopped and asked to. They've been interrogated now. What is happening? That is the
See
question.
mask again now.
The sheer number is overwhelming. Now imagine how close even the security people are also in danger. Imagine how close everyone is standing there. Okwas. One is from Paris. Thank you. So imagine how close Zadin Nazim. So imagine how close everyone is standing.
We want to know your number. Make we know the
Doesn't this
number.
give you really serious for concern? If it doesn't to you, it does to me. Because now tell me what's going to happen. Are you going to arrest them to keep them or arrest them to send them back? Because this is really, really distressing. And they're all coming out because they want greener pastures. You know, the country is not working. We can only blame the elite. Restructure Nigeria. No. Ask the people via referendum what they want. No. Get Nigeria to work for the benefit of everybody. No. Break the damn thing. Let everybody go home. If we want to die, let us all die. The only thing they do is to loot money. Keep on stealing. Insatiable appetite for looting. Suddenly we had a man who never stole.
Count them, count them.
Our ancestor. He didn't steal, Sani Abacha, but he keeps returning money. Whenever we are broke and we beckon on him, he will just send credit alert for us. Whenever we are broke, he sends money. That is a great ancestor. Now look at this. If you think this is only this one now is in Lagos. This is Lagos. You see, so it's the invasion. That's why I call it the invasion of the South, or rather the invasion of southern Nigeria by Almajiris. So This invasion is happening at the southwest end. You go to Benin, Benin is not left out. Is not Edo State is not left out. Huh? You go to this one again is
The bus, which
Benin
conveyed no fewer than
is
10
not
young
left
men,
out.
was intercepted in the early hours of the
Look at
day
it.
in Benin City. The young men
This
who
is
could
Edo
barely
State.
speak English,
So
they
there are
left
18
Katsina
people in this
City in
bus.
search of
Now they were
said
asked,
they
and this is the sad part of this is
government had impoverished
they
them,
asked
which
them,
informed their
"What's your
decision to
name? Where are
travel
you
to Benin
going?" They
City
said,
for
"No,
greener
Ba,
pastures.
Ba,
ba turanci oga
Ba Torenji."
eh
See,
zan je zamu je barak
this guy was asked,
daga kadina mu
"What's your
je
name?
barak
Where are you going?" He said, "Ba
eh kyanwa
Torenji."
barak
Right?
I do
People,
work for this Bini for
either is Abido no new
Awa.
The person. Go person.
You say make you come.
No.
Okay.
Why you come now? You know say they know they waka for this time
So
because
carry.
of COVID-19.
Eh?
You know say they waka again for this time because of COVID-19.
No.
Oh, no, only
No.
hand
No, say government say no, they know they move because of corona.
We stay house since at the time government we dey stay with our family. Then we get some problems for the house about
Now, you see,
and
I don't
the
want to.
other something.
I'm struggling.
And
I'm
government
trying here to be as
never
objective as
he
I
never
can
help us
to
about
show
something to
empathy.
chop.
Head of the task team,
You
Mr.
know,
Mukhtar Osai, said officials were attracted to
what
the vehicle.
what I'm doing here is to be as objective as I can and also show empathy because these are humans. I engaged someone from Medut who said, "What are they doing down here?" Without justifying their movement. But I think the first instinct that calls, that strikes someone in a face of poverty is survival. And if the people from Edo and our brothers and sisters from Niger Delta, from the southeast, from the south, if they can risk whatever it takes to go through Mali, to go through Libya, to cross over to greener pasture, because for these people, this is their own greener pasture. This is it for them. This is not just going down. They are basically going out. But the challenge here is there is a pandemic in our hands. And this pandemic it has been proven, or it has, I think one of the reports said that many of them that were arrested, basically tested, you know, positive. And when you hear something like that so many of them tested positive, you kind of begin to wonder because they have tested positive. That means it's really a great worry because those who didn't travel, those of our mothers, those aged, those vulnerable in the villages, because so many of them might be asymptomatic because of their age. Suddenly, they never thought that this could happen to them. But hey, whoever gave me a thumbs up and changed your mind, thank you very much. So, what I'm saying is, they didn't think before now, or we didn't think before now, that you could be in your village. No one traveled from London, no one traveled from Lagos, no one traveled from USA, Italy, Spain, or wherever. And suddenly, you have people within the locality or within the same country posing threats to the other to others as well. What that means is there must be a way, because I think I don't know, the only way I think we can stop this is to really be serious on the interstates, no, rather intrastates. That means state by state, because actually we should have stopped in, intrastate. That means they shouldn't have left Katsina, gotten down to Benue, talk less of getting down to Enugu, talk less of maneuvering their way, leaving Enugu and getting down to Abia State. The same thing applies. They shouldn't have left Katsina, gone down to, towards Abuja, Lokoja, all the way to Lagos without being intercepted. So that is a clear case of complicity by the Nigerian security forces. It is a clear case. A friend of mine lost their dad recently. He was just telling me a story how he left from Lagos in the midst of the curfew and drove down to Anambra State. In the midst of the curfew, in the midst of lockdown 2 weeks ago, he was able to make that journey and he came back. He only traveled at night. So, and he was, his story is that the police, when they stop you, is 500. Road safety, minimum 1,000. No argument. Now, and all of them, suddenly, all the police posts, they all started doing night shifts just to enrich them, just to enrich their pocket. The question is, and that is where sometimes when we talk about the minimum we can do for this nation is restructure. The minimum. The minimum. And that restructuring is actually becoming late. I keep saying it. It's becoming late. It's coming late in the day. Restructuring. For those that have ears, listen. I've been saying it. Time with restructuring is getting late. It's getting late. Time is coming that I don't know how to say this. Many Nigerians have actually, do you know how people have seceded? People are just they've in their mind they've succeeded from country because there is no benefit for them. And while we look at this thing, and if we want to be objective, we can actually say even those people, they will, in their ignorance, they will say, "Hey, Kai, we get the power, we get the power." But in your getting powerless, the government is of no use to you. Suddenly, somehow we must come together as a people to tell this elite, this governing elite, those I call the politicians, those Shinandiama, less than how many of them? At some point, we must collectively liberate ourselves. Anyway, let me not say what I'm thinking now because that's a discussion for another day. Let me stick to this thing. Let me stick to this, what I'm saying this evening. Let me take some of your comments, and that would give me breathers to continue. So, I'm taking this from Udo Justice. He said, I know very well that the government, northern leaders installed in Imo State will allow the Almajiris to come in Imo State here. Biko, my brother, you don't ask if you ask a bearded man like me, and they told you, Mazi Ezoke was in his house and his house caught fire. You cannot be asking if my beard also got burnt, if I'm already burnt. So it's not about Imo. We must begin to think collective. Do not break it down to Imo State of Abia State because Ometu is your Metu Agoba. When it touches the scissors, some of you are too young to understand the scissors. When we were using scissors to barb hair, with those plastic comb that we attach razor. Bana Punk. Good memories. I digress a little bit because it makes me happy. So we can't be talking about that and someone is asking no if my beard is burnt, and whereas Maz says okay as a being from head to toe it's already burnt, my clothes burnt, everything burnt, dead. You can't be asking about Mabi. So don't bring that hope Uzodimma will allow them or not. It's not a question about allowing them. Where would they park? Why would you can't fly from you can't fly from you didn't catch them at the Imo airport. You can't fly from Castina, Sokoto to Imo State. You can't. You have to go through Alede, go through Benue, go through Enugu State, Obora for Wokari, all down to Enugu. And for you to get to Imo, it's either you go through Enugu or you go through Anambra State. So the question is, no matter how you look at it, how did we have that security lapse? And that is the crux of the matter. That is what is actually bothering me. Because if we say no intrastate travel, then that's what it should be. We should in no way, shape, or form be having them. No way, shape, or form. And the sad part is that, now people are being tested and they're testing positive to COVID-19. Those already stopped. Come on now. There is limit to being just what do I say? Being refined. There is limit to that. Okay, I will show us another video now because these are things that I want us to actually look at it as a people. Now you think on this one, you think that you have seen it all. For instance, and I'll play this one again now that I've managed to get the audio. I'll play this one again so that it would help us. Sorry. Let me play this one again.
Look at them. Look at them. And it's 1st of May. We are playing with this serious pandemic. Oh, God save us. Can see.
So you can see, I mean, this is what I'm saying. So we have nothing. Now, for you to understand, because honestly, I love dealing with facts, not emotion. Now, again, I've given us an analogy. If you and I were in their shoes and the way we traveled through Abia and all the rest. Now, if you were in their shoes and you've been taken to an isolation center to the point that COVID patients are protesting, have you ever heard of such? COVID people are COVID patients are protesting of being treated bad. COVID patient people who are in isolation centers are being treated bad to the point that they protest. You think I'm kidding? COVID patients, watch this. COVID patients protesting. This is from T.
These people behind me here are confirmed patients of the coronavirus.
Exactly.
They've been confined here at an
COVID,
isolation center in
confirmed.
Cordon. But they were protesting this morning.
Where is it? This is Gombe. Gombe.
Since some of them have been confined here for up to 2 weeks, they've not been given any medication by the team assigned to take care of them by the government.
We are not talking about
They're saying that
those that
sometimes they
already
go
died.
for days without seeing a single doctor.
Since when I enter here, I swear to Almighty,
nothing like drugs. Nothing like drugs. Even if if have headache, and we used to give our money to buy drugs for us. They don't have any drugs here. No doctor, nobody.
And who they're also getting is substandard. They went out this morning to block the highway links Gombe to Borno and Adamawa State. They mingled with members of the community, protesting alongside with them. Some think that the coronavirus disease is fake and is just being used to make money. Now we're able to get any government official to either confirm or deny these allegations, but we'll keep trying to get the information out of those who know what is going on.
Listen, people, this evening, what I'm looking at here, sometimes you review some things, you get to a point, you ask yourself, no one is enjoying this entity. The North is not enjoying it. When I say the North, the masses, the South is not enjoying it. neither is the West or the East. No one. The only people enjoying this mess of a country is the collective of the elite, the plutocrats, the politicians. In unity, when their son is getting married, you see them in unity. They will come. They will forget party affiliations, which means nothing. APC, MOPI, you know. You see the way you change socks every day. That is the way they change political affiliation. It's politicians. I call them wear belly face. All in their pot bellies, wherever the belly is faced, that's where, food is ready. So how come? Because let's not make this mistake of saying it serves them right. No, because you and I, them, everyone are victims of the same misgovernance. So that liberation, just like as Sowore said one time, that if the Southeast breaks away and fixes the place, it's so nice. It becomes as if, okay, you fixed it, we are coming on. He said this about 2 years ago, but we can see it already happening, because the difference is of the migration both ways is that you migrate to the other side, at least you have intention and you have a direction, because the level of migration here is quite different from when we do the migration from south to north. It's not the same. Reason here, I'll play this clip for us to explain my position. Now, this is the clip where these guys were asked.
City. The young men who could barely speak English said they had Katsina to Benin City in search of job. One of them said the stay-at-home order of the Katsina state government had impoverished them, which informed their decision to travel to Benin City.
You see, they are from Katsina. Let's break this down, people. Let's break this down.
The bus, which conveyed no...
These people are from Katsina. That means, tell me who is from Katsina. Your current president is from Katsina. Now, if a man is so useless to his people, will he be useful to you? So if you want to be ethnic, he's of no use to his people. His people are so hungry that they are now running away. You see the point? So victimhood, they are victims as well. The only way sometimes I can get through with them is where were their brains? When they were voting, where were their brains? So let me do this again. Sorry. So let me do this again.
Early hours of which conveyed no fewer than 80 young men, was intercepted in the early hours of the day in Benin City. The young men who could barely speak said they left Katsina to Benin City in search of... One of them said the stay-at-home Katsina state government had impoverished them, which informed their decision to for greener pastures.
Zanje zamu je barak ne. Daga Katsina muke zamu je barak. Kyanwa barak.
I could do work for this Bini. Awura too.
I want to work for this Bini for which person for you?
Person. Go person. No.
Why you come now? No, say they know they work out for this time.
So carry.
Because of COVID-19.
Eh?
You know, say they know they work out again for this time because of COVID-19.
No.
Eh?
No.
Government say no, they know they move because of corona.
We stay house since at the time government starts, but we dey stay with our family. Then we get some problems for the house about food and the other something, and government never he never helped about it.
So what am I saying here, people? Victims everywhere. Victims, victims, victims. Rather, people are running away. I want this fact to sink into us. People are running away from the president's town. It means, say whatever you like, his people are so impoverished that they can barely eat. Now they are running away. Has the president been of any use to his people? Capital what? No. Will he be of use to you? I leave that question for you to answer. The challenge then is, because it's not about complaining. My proposition, job of social critic and critiquing, is to provide solutions. Remember when we had the issue of herdsmen? My proposition was that the forest, a child can never be greater than the dad in terms of, not in terms of monetary um, values. But my proposition then was the forest guard. And thank God Enugu State eventually heeded to the advice. To a certain extent, it helped. Today we no longer hear such. Twofold. And I equally said our brothers who were into some businesses that we knew of, they didn't go on holiday, neither did they become pastors or did they become born again overnight. But the government woke up and things began to change. Now, it appears with COVID, everything has been forgotten. No, we haven't gone to sleep. There are still conversations happening behind the scene. Moving forward, my proposition to government, because I know some of you, they will send it to you, I know you listen. My proposition is, intrastate, especially at the borders between the north, the south, has to be manned properly. If it's possible, do not allow only the federal security forces to man them. It appears they are so compromised because there is no explanation how a trailer load will leave Castina and leave Sokoto with Malus, with cows in them, and with that number of humans. That is the issue. If it's essential that they move rice, they move beans, they move onions, but not that level of humans. You can see that, that number of humans, it's again, for benefit of those who just join me now, that number of humans, it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable, people. Look, here. And this is in Abia State. So that number is concerned. Check, look at them. People moving everywhere. Pay attention. Truck is pink with a green underline. Pink with a green underline. I want you to pay attention. There is a reason why I'm saying that. This is number one. Okay? So I pay attention here, then pay attention to this one as well. Pay attention to this one as well.
Huh?
It's the same axis in Abia State. These two are in Abia State. Now pay attention to the same truck. So because some of us, if you don't pay attention to these details, you might think that they are the same. They are one and the same truck. But pay attention to the truck as well. Because initially, if you pay attention, you would think it's about the same truck. See, the truck here is blue. You can see that. the truck. So it's basically, we're only
We want to
talking
know your
about,
number.
see,
Make we know the
this is
number.
blue with, yeah. Now, the challenge I found here, and that's what is very hard for me to comprehend,
You
is
know my bank.
we're only talking about the ones they flagged down. We're only talking about the ones that was flagged down. We are not talking about the ones that eventually made it in, because obviously there are many of them, hundreds of them made it in. We're only talking about these ones. When we see people being stuck or ships capsizing, trying to cross from Libya to Italy or to Greece or to Turkey, sometimes they have mishaps, and that's the way that's the way I can look at this. Now there are thousands of people who eventually make them to Italy, make them to Greece, and make them to Turkey. That's exactly what is happening here. So my proposition finally is one: federal government, state governments, that includes the the states that has those northern borders, especially here includes Enugu. Anambra must pay attention to the borders that is the road is not very good. That is the Kogi Anambra border. Attention must be paid there. Delta State has every reason, Delta and Edo, because again, it has a border too, northern part of Nigeria. The issue is for now, yes, for now it's still one country, but you need to stay home. We don't need to, we have vulnerable people back in the villages, in the hinterlands. Probably they have low immune. Many of us has been giving them rice, beans, rice. It's only carbohydrates. Probably they have low immune system. So coming in contact with any of these people would endanger them. And for now, let's let everyone stay where they are until we get a grip, until we get something. We know where we are going. Now, talking about COVID, I want to share this with us. Someone shared this with me yesterday. And I will say, first of all, may the soul of this man rest in peace. This is someone, I believe, he was doing all this video, all these, everyone sends, do this, conjure that, it cures COVID. This guy was doing it. Yeah, I was told he's a Cameroonian. Some of you must have seen it, but
Yeah.
and the wife was there, cheering him up. You can see
Yes,
he's
Dr.
pounding it. Pay
Duaza.
attention to what he's pounding.
Yeah, the real Dr. Duaza.
So he's
Garlic.
pounding garlic. That's raw garlic. The quantity is amazing. Garlic is pounding garlic. Okay. So you see he's pounding this garlic. Okay. That's fine. So the other clip will be where he basically shows how you can take it. Okay. Now, I had an argument with someone today. They said he drank so much of it. I don't believe so. You know why I say I don't believe he drank so much? Watch this. Now, this is the same man drinking this. Look at the quantity he took from the cup. You see?
Get that corona
Mm.
medicine. I've been located for high school, my bro. Okay, thank you.
So he's just saying, if you get that coronavirus, do this. Mhm. You see? He said coronavirus will go. Okay, that's fine. After he done that, he also done steam therapy. Okay, he also done steam therapy
So how
where
did
he
you
put
feel under that heat?
and steam it. Yeah,
This is fantastic, man.
the wife was asking him, "How do you feel?"
You don't,
He feels fantastic.
sweat.
Yeah, it's fine. You can see he has done steam therapy. That's it. He's done steam therapy. Okay. So, sadly, sadly, this happened.
See you again.
Sadly, this happened. them man.
Everyone meet up for
See
heaven,
him.
oh. I don't see you again, oh, baby. Oh. Baby, I don't see you again. We're going for heaven, oh. Doctor. Heaven, oh, my.
I would say may so rest in peace. Now, regarding what killed him, I don't believe, as in Igbo we say, "Akede abụghị enwe ntarambo." I don't believe he took an overdose. I believe probably he had so much confidence in that concussion, then he drank an overdose. Or he had COVID. That's why he died. On that note, tomorrow I've shared a flyer on Njenje Media timeline. I will be, Professor Morisi, who will be joining us in this conversation tomorrow. 7 o'clock, that will be streamed live here on YouTube, and it will be on Zoom as well. He will be joining us via Zoom. We need to understand the bill, the vaccine bill being proposed by Femi Bajabiamila. At the same time, we need to understand about the local cure. The takeaway from the event we had last week with Professor Soludo, which I hosted, the takeaway was that Africa, Nigeria in particular, must look inward. We drew a conclusion. They are from Madagascar that have discovered the organic drink, and Ethiopia that didn't close their borders, they didn't close their airspace, yet they only recorded 109, with 109 million, basically 110 million population, slightly over half of Nigeria, yet they only had 3 deaths. So Africa must look inward. And in doing that, I would only say, let us apply caution in any concussion, in any preventive or curative measures you're taking. Please apply caution. It's in fighting COVID, because many people that I've seen that really have spoken to, that have, at least about 2 people I've spoken to that have survived COVID, there is no cure. They only survived it because they were able to boost, their immune system. They were treating the symptoms. If they had too much fever, fever is treated. If they had stomach pain, that would be treated. If they have, it's not like there is nothing that will cure that. So until the body gets the antibody to fight back. But I look forward to tomorrow, when, if we can learn, because the whole point is to see how the government we have now is I don't it's not active. So part of my thinking is, how do we beat the government and force the government into action? And part of this series, what it does is to start that conversation. And after this, we will bring at some point the conversation, and that is the whole aim, is to bring those who want the nation restructured and those who want the nation broken into pieces. Let's see. This is what the government should be leading, not me. But hey, in the absence of that, we must somehow force conversation, because we cannot all sit down because we are on lockdown. We lock down our brain as well. No, we must engage the brain. Because at the end of the day, no one knows it all. If you ask me what do I want, without blinking an eyelid, I would say give me whatever we agreed on the Aburi in Ghana. That will be. Some people have said that that is very utopic. Some of us might argue that is a total breakdown where the six geographical regions now becomes their own countries. Some will say that's not attainable. Where some will say you go back to the regions where the southeast and the south south comes back into one region. Some would then argue that those of you that say the southeast and south south will become one region haven't really engaged these regions recently, because some of them didn't and no longer feel they are part of the old eastern region. Whatever divide you are, one thing we have to learn and we must begin to do is it doesn't matter the nomenclature. Name is mere semantic. We must begin to engage with one another because why? We are all victims. Be you in the north, in the south, in the east, in the west, we are all victims. Victims of the things and evil of our politicians, the plutocrats. Who would have ever imagined that Saint Abacha, whom they told us never stole any money, suddenly is in Igbo? They will say, Ona ego. Do you know what it means, mother Ona ego? Vomiting money, right, left, and center, yet he never stole. Anyway, he's a very good and a very benevolent ancestor. Whenever we are broke, the ancestor normally sends us credit alert from the spirit world. Okay? So let's keep hope alive. All I know is, either way, whether we are going backwards, we are going forward, the status quo cannot remain the same. Believe you me when I say this, something must happen, and it must happen very soon. We can no longer continue in this way. Look at it. I want to show us this. This is a tweet by someone, Abacha Loot. Look at how much, remember when this guy was the president of, or commander-in-chief of Nigeria, oil was about um, $11 or so averaging. So they can imagine, and he was able to steal all this money, and we are still getting. We are still getting. The one we got this year is 311 million dollars. Yet this man, those in government today, tell us that he never stole. I don't know what to say again, honestly. Sometimes discussing these things just takes too much energy. Okay, people, too much of everything is bad. Someone said that. Yes, I agree with you. Too much of everything is bad. So maybe that's what killed our brother. We don't know. We said, may his soul rest in peace. So let me take some of your comments and then we'll call it a day. I hope, to come back on Saturday, and that's going to be weekend. I hope to see more of you. Then we might discuss the outcome of the event tomorrow, when we finish the conversation with those invitees tomorrow. We might come to certain conclusions that might warrant that we come back here, because my broadcast with my fans and people and the fans of Njenje Media, I found it engaging because we talk. It's talk. We talk. You guys, if there is anything you want to ask me, you ask me, I answer. So it's a two-way communication. Yeah. Nzadi says, well, the migration of people from the north has been a threat. COVID-19 just made it obvious. Okay, and we have Divine Akolisa. Divine Akolisa. And he says, One Nadalu, thank you very much. And well said, Mas. God bless you. That is Matthias Okoye. People, And once more, I keep saying this. I can't thank us enough that every time I come online, as ordinary president will say, we banner together. We talk. You make your contribution. You spend your data to watch, to log in. I can't thank you guys enough. And we keep respectful. We make our comments in a matured manner. That's what makes you great. Don't insult each other. We are here to learn from one another. No one is an island of knowledge. Once more, I thank you all for joining me. You can share this video, and for some of you who haven't subscribed to my personal channel, I will put the personal channel here once more on this screen. Please do subscribe to my personal channel so that yeah, I can hit my target, which is 1,000. But now I think, thank you for so many of you who subscribed last was it last week or Monday? I can't remember. Yeah, this week. So I think about how many people, about 20 people or thereabouts, or yeah, 20 people subscribed. So my channel remains um, YouTube/C/Mazezoke. Mazezoke, you find it. If you look at the comment section as well, you will also find it. I've just put it there. Okay, everyone, thank you. I'm being part of this conversation. Mazi, let me take the last question. I don't know. Hold on. Bernard said, Mazi, I don't know why I always get notification of your broadcast very late. Are you doing? If I'm doing Femi Adesina to you, that means you will be audio. You will never see any visual, and you never talk back at me, because one thing they avoid is they will send Femi Adesina. They never have live chat. If they want to prove, let them have live chat like we do. See, our own is live, and you talk to me, I reply you. That's what makes it. We are so frustrated about the state of Nigeria. You are not alone. Everyone, both north, south, east, west, everyone is so frustrated. And in that frustration, what would make us different is the ability to think and reason. In all anger, in all frustration, we must, as a thinking people, we must try, keep our heads cool, and look for solutions. My final question is, Prince Johnson, my question is, are those Almajiris not among the people that are being receiving 500 every month? Well, I don't know. I don't have the list of those receiving 500 every month. If at all they are receiving, I don't know. Because these days, Fela said it many, many years ago, over close to 40 years ago. He said, government magic. They can turn green into red. They can turn red into black. On that note, I will say, people, thank you very much for joining me. Peace out. Remain blessed. Subscribe to my personal channel. Share this video if you think that's good for you. Thank you very much and remain blessed.